All right, now we're gonna talk about changing your rope length without having a specific loop to loop your rope on. We're gonna do a lot of adjustment to your line when we're riding and when we're working on specific drills or specific tricks. And sometimes not every rope has a loop at the length that you want it. So this is a way that you can custom tie a knot in your rope without actually knotting your rope, and it comes out very easily. It's really, really simple to use. So there is one caveat to that, and that is if you have a coated line where there's a plastic or a urethane coating over top of it, it will eventually work a hole in that and break that coating. So it doesn't mess up the functionality of the rope, it just makes it ugly and then it doesn't wrap very well. So just be aware of that. If you're comfortable with those kinks in your rope later on, then go ahead and do it on the coated rope. I've done it a bunch. But when I go to buy ropes, I usually choose the ones that don't have coating. As you can kind of see here, this one is not coated. And those are a lot cheaper anyway, because you don't have to have the added expense of the coating. It's more of a luxury item anyway. It doesn't actually change the functionality of the rope. So we're gonna go over 2 ways to tie the same knot. You can use whichever one is the easiest for you to remember. So the first one, and the one that I use, is essentially you take the spot where you want to attach the rope to the tower and you loop that over your thumb. And then you take both sides of the rope and you separate them a little bit. I do this really fast, so I don't normally do it, but for people just starting out, you'll have to separate it so it's really easy and you don't get confused. So one in the palm of your hand, one over your wrist. Keep them nice and far apart. Then you take the rest of the line all together and you go around the back of your hand and then down through your palm. Then you close your fist. So you've got 2 separate pieces of rope. You've got one here, and then there's what you looped over the back of your hand. You're gonna take everything that is exposed and bring it over your knuckles. So now they're right over top of your knuckles, they're together, and then you can grab those and throw this over your tower. And then when that's connected, cinch it down, and no matter how tight this gets, the way to loosen it is you just take this loop and you just pull it that way. That gives you enough slack to start working it open again. And then once it's done, straighten it out. No knots, no kinks, no problems. It's really, really convenient. So I'll show you the fast way. I just grab it, do this, and then pop it over my tower, and it's really, really convenient. So once you get comfortable with it, it's really, really quick. Again, just back of your hand, I pull everything together, throw it over the tower, I'm good to go. When I'm ready to change, I just pull this loop forward, give it some slack, pop it off, straighten it out. So the second way to do it, which is the same knot, is you take the tower, you loop the entire loop around the tower, and then you go, with that loop, you go under the rope and then over and loop the loop over top of the tower. Tighten it up and it's literally the same thing. I'll show you that one more time. So you're gonna go, it's kind of hard two-dimensionally here. You go around the tower and then take the loop and go under the rope, and then the exposed loop just goes over top of the tower. And then cinch that tight. Again, same knot. Doesn't matter which way you do it, whichever way is most comfortable for you. The easiest way for you to remember is gonna work the best. So I hope that helps. Again, we're gonna be going from like 35 feet in some cases. When we start learning some really short rope wake-to-wake stuff, depending on your boat, we're gonna start working our way out in 2, 3, 5 foot increments from that really, really short connection. Doing this makes it really easy on your line. You don't have to tie knots, and it comes off and on really, really easily. So thanks again, and hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to send some responses. You can do it yourself and be like, hey, is this right? Would love to hear from you.